3 takeaways, book summaries for people in a hurry. Supreme Command, Soldiers, Statesmen, and Leadership in Wartime by Elliot A. Cohen. Cohen examines the nature of the civil-military relationship using the examples of Abraham Lincoln, Georges Clemenceau, Winston Churchill, and David Ben-Gurion, finding that the key trait for success in all 4 cases was moderation in the management of violence. Takeaway 1. There is no military action without political considerations. Cohen notes that in all these cases the military was subordinate to and accepting of civilian control, but despite that acquiescence, distrust remained. All of the leaders were capable of tolerating disagreement and changing their minds if convinced, and the leaders were all learned men that continued to study, learn, and reflect throughout their tenures as leaders. They were sensitive to the national and international political intricacies, and they deftly controlled their governments while managing both the military and its generals. Takeaway 2. The necessity of strategic guidance and defined political outcomes. All of the leaders were masters at providing clear strategic guidance and defining the desired political outcomes for their generals. Military success is impossible without clearly defined end states because without them there is no target at which to aim the efforts of the military. Because the generals in every case were provided with very specific guidance and a political theory of victory, their job was left to the execution, and it's in the execution that the military really shines. Takeaway 3. Doctrinal conviction during transformation. Now, doctrine is ingrained in military officers through targeted education at various levels, but there's no such mechanism for political leaders. Yet in every case, these leaders were autodidacts who were so well versed in the doctrine and history of the military as to be knowledge peers, if not superiors, to their generals. All of them recognized the changing character of war, heralded by advances in technology and tactics, and how those things would affect the course of the war as it continued. Finally, Cohen contrasts these leaders in their wars with the poor management of Vietnam and the largely hands-off approach to the 1991 Gulf War. And that's it. That's the 3 takeaways from Supreme Command. A strong grasp of the political considerations of warfare, coupled with clear guidance about objectives and adaptation to the transforming nature of warfare, were the keys to the strategic success of Lincoln, Clemenceau, Churchill, and Ben-Gurion. If you like 3 takeaways, consider subscribing and liking so you can find out when we've got new videos out. Thanks.